Aston Villa 0, Manchester United 0. In the background, you might see it go past in a minute. Ten Hag's bus. He's come to Villa Park today and absolutely parked the bus. Villa, I think, for me personally, as a fan that's grew up watching Villa against Man United, I think I'll take a point. I think periods of that game, I felt like they were just going to just go down and score. No reason whatsoever. I think I'm just mentally scarred of what Man United normally do against Villa. But, you know, I thought we played well. I thought we controlled the game, especially in the second half. I think we were really good in the second half with our actual control. We knew Man United was going to try and hit us on transition. And I just feel like with the control that we had of possession in that second half really limited Manchester United's ability to transition on us. And I think that's slightly something over the last two home games, especially where we've been caught out massively. We've had all of the ball, we've had possession, but we've had those moments where we've been hit, and today we didn't do that. So I think the big positive is a clean sheet for Aston Villa. I don't think we've kept any in the Premier League so far this season. So first clean sheet of the season, really good, backs up the clean sheet that we had against Bayern Munich. The big narrative that went into Villa at the start of the season was, can we cope with Champions League and Premier League? Well, so far, first two games are unbeaten. We beat Wolves, and then we've gone back and got a point against Manchester United. But I think the game as a whole, from a Villa point of view, I think it lacked that little bit of quality. I think when we got into some really good areas, we were just a little bit wasteful. We were a little bit slow. We didn't stretch them enough. Our final ball wasn't quite right today. I felt like we lacked that little bit of movement up top as well. I think we were just we didn't run that channel enough for me. I don't think Watkins stretched that back line, and I think when they're starting with Maguire and Evans, you really want to stretch them as much as you can. I think we got into the areas that we wanted to get into at times. I think we spoke on the match preview about that opening up of the midfield of Man United when Rodgers got on the ball. You know, I think about 3 times he got on it, he turned them and he was driving them. We just really lacked that final ball, that little bit of quality. It looked a bit tired, and you know, but I think I'm proud of the week we've had. We've beat Bayern Munich. We've got a point against Manchester United. We've kept the points ticking over. Defensively, we looked very, very good. I think sometimes when you don't win or you don't score goals at home, you can sometimes just think, it's a negative game. But we've kept a clean sheet. We defended really well. I thought Luka Dean defended very, very well in that game. I think Luka Dean would probably be my man of the match, really. I thought he was really good. I think Rodgers sort of had to get into the game, didn't he? It was a little bit slow getting into it, but once he got into it, I thought our midfield of Tielemans and Barkley were completely bossing the game. I thought Cash was pretty solid. Pau looked good with those balls that were going into midfield. I think Rodgers was the one for me that if Rodgers was on it about 5% more, I think we would have probably won this game. But you know, all in all, it's a good point. It's a point at home. It's a point against Man United where we generally always lose. So we've got to build on it. We'll build on that performance. We'll build on the shape. We'll build on how defensively solid we were. But my God, Man United, they are absolutely dreadful. They've come here, parked the bus. They've offered absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's probably the biggest frustration, that they've been so bad and we've not been able to win. But I guess he's parked it. He's come here for a point. He's trying to save his job. He's made it difficult for us to play today. So he probably goes home happy. But we go into the international break in a really strong position. We beat Bayern Munich. We're looking really good in the league. The other disappointing aspect of it was Konsa going off. But I think we've been able to cope without Onana, without Ramsey. So, you know, there's some big players for Villa. So the fact that those have been out and Konsa went off showed that, you know, what a good team we are. So pretty pleased with the point. Up the Villa. 0-0, mate. Yeah. Ten Hag, you see his bus?
He's just parked over there. Bought 2, isn't he? Family him on the other one. Yeah, it weren't the best performance, was it? I think it was a Champions League over. I think we've all got a Champions League over. I have. The dog has at home, probably. Yeah, fans, players, Champions League hangover. A point against United, is it a good point, or do we look at it as a point against a mid-table team that we should be beating? Probably, yeah. I think we should have beaten them. United are a team of moments. They had that Bruno Fernandes free kick, it's a moment. The Rashford shot, they're just players of moments. You need to control these moments a little bit better. Cashy's brought down Fernandes for that. I'm just tired of seeing Matty Cash doing these stupid little errors, pulling people, and there was no need for it. That's the only way that United are going to score today, was some us being stupid. But yeah, from a Villa perspective, not really much happened, did it? I think I haven't seen a game like that for a long time. I haven't seen an Emirates side draw for a long time either, a 0-0 draw. So it weren't the best display. It's a point. We haven't lost a game.
Clean sheet though.
Yeah, clean sheet. Probably our teams around us probably win today as well. So you'd like to see a win, and that. But yeah, we look at it, and yes, a lot of energy went into Wednesday, didn't it? A hell of a lot of energy. And Emery bought his programme today, actually. Put the match day programme. read his notes. It was a good read, actually. He mentioned about a poor team winning games or not playing so well and still winning. I think he's still building a team for that and for them occasions. But yeah, I couldn't tell you where the goal was going to come from our perspective today. Philogene, Badance, Jayden had that chance at the end where he could do a number of things with it, and I think his eyes are lit up, aren't they? Yeah. And he's just. I
just really wish we'd have worked that back to a bit more that they got.
Yeah. You know. Look, they've both had good careers. Evans and Maguire. Yeah, but I think the ball's like a magnet on their head, isn't they? Yeah. So you're just crossing the ball. As I say, they're going to head it all day. They're going to eat it all up. But yeah, we didn't really pull them apart. No. Their back four did stay at home a lot as well. They didn't really offer anything, did they? I mean, they brought a centre half and at right back as well. Yeah. So they just planned to stay in the game and literally just trying to create a moment. I thought the best moment of the game was probably the old end singing Fernandes, you're a rat, or something, whatever they were saying. But yeah, he was the United's best player today as well. I don't like him. I don't think he's a very good footballer at all. But yeah, he's capable of moments, isn't he? And you're always worrying. You're always crossing your legs, hope he doesn't score or anything like that. But yeah, it weren't the best game, and we move on to international break, where hopefully the lads can get a rest in, and we can go again after the international break. And we've got some exciting fixtures coming up, Bologna. And we've got some home games that we can potentially go and win. So yeah, let's make sure we're in and around that top four come the end of the month.
Yes, up the river. 0-0, mate. Part the bus though.
Very much so. I think they didn't offer anything, did they? I don't even think they were a threat. Fernandes didn't look like himself again, and they came here for a point. They got their point, and Ten Hag got another week in the job. That's how I feel. But like you said, I think with Rodgers, very important point. When I was doing preview to the game, I thought Rodgers would be a threat because of the way he, attacks the defence. But he did go through a few times, but didn't look like himself today.
Yeah, it was just that final ball, wasn't it? That last part of it, and that even at the end, when he had that little dink shot to the back post, it's just lacked that bit of quality really. But I mean, you were here on Wednesday, beat Bayern Munich, a point against Man United, clean sheet. Yeah. I think we've got to be kind of happy with that.
I would have took that at the start. Like I said, I think obviously a historic moment in the midweek. I expected a little bit better today, but we didn't lose the game. End of the day, we still got the consistency. Clean sheet is still important. I think that Philogene chance right at the end, if that had curled round the defender rather than hit at Dalot, maybe we would have got 3 points and it would have been, everybody would have been really, really happy. But, we've not lost the game, so I don't think we should be so disappointed. But against the United side, who really are crap.
Yeah, to be fair, when you actually think about it, the amount of control we've had against Manchester United, they are bad. They are bad.
But Martinez again stepped up today, had some good saves. He kept us in the game in certain aspects. But we look tidy at the end of the day. But we just need to kill off teams like United, because when they offer nothing and we give them what they want, we look average as well. So, I think you just got to have that killing instinct next time and just kill them off, really, because Duran, again, obviously we rely so much on Duran when he came on. I think there was a massive roar in the stadium. Everybody thought we'd do it again, but you can't always rely on one player. You can't always do it.
Yeah. I think we've got to touch on Philogene a little bit, because I forget what to call him, like Jayden, Philogene. He's had that many names at Villa. I don't know what his name's Jayden, but it takes a bit of getting used to. But his last two games, he's looked pretty good, to be fair.
I was saying in my preview as well, if he had a good game at Bayern, he should start this game, and that's exactly what happened, and I'm happy for him. He's going to get a good run of games, let's be honest. I think he's cemented his position after, showing his work in the Bayern game. He's going to get more opportunities, but it's just that killer instinct. He's got maybe improve his game in terms of how he finishes. And if he improves that, he's going to be a wonderful player.
I think at times he's just got to take that man on a little bit sometimes. I
It's
just
that
want to see him drive a little bit.
Yeah, it's that temperament, being patient and just making the right decisions. He's a bit young at the
Yeah.
moment, so he's obviously learning his trade, but he'll get there. He'll get there in
Yeah.
the end. But I'm just disappointed. We could have maybe nicked a 1-0.
Yeah.
I thought, maybe could have nicked a 1-0. And, a lot of my family are Man United supporters, so I could have quietened them down a little bit. But, Ten Hag will be in the job again another week. But, we're not lost the game, so that's a positive.
Yeah.
And we can go into the next game, pull them away.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to be a difficult game. Taking in that positive, really.
Yeah, of course him. Up the Villa. Nil, mate, how do you feel?
I'm happy in one way because we didn't lose to them. Over the years we've played better than that and lost. Take the point, move on. A bit after the Lord's Med show after Wednesday, so
Yeah. What do you think, if anything, went wrong for Villa? What went wrong? Like, why couldn't we beat them today?
just no momentum. And once Konza went down, the flow of the game seemed to not be in. I mean, Man United, they're poor.
Yeah.
That's the worst Man United
Yeah.
what we've seen since the late 80s. It's
Yeah.
like, dear me. But they're happy to come here and get a point.
Yeah.
That's how far they've dropped, and we're disappointed with
Yeah.
a point. We're on the rise,
Yeah.
happy day.
Who would you say was Villa's best performer today?
I like Ross Barkley.
Yeah.
I really think there might be a place for him going forward because he just does things in midfield that the others don't.
I thought him and Tielemans controlled the game, didn't they? So, disappointing that we didn't win, but
And
it's a point.
Diego again
Yeah.
coming on cold. He didn't put a foot wrong. Jaden on whichever wing he's getting put on, he looked all right. So they all put in a shift, and glad we didn't lose.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.